Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming by and listening to us today. I want to start by saying that I read in some of your publications that Bill Batchelder's been picking out curtains for the Speaker's office, and if that is true, then I want to suggest that he hold on to the receipts because he's going to be disappointed in November. Today is the first unofficial day of campaign season, and we are going to lay out for you how and why we will not only keep but expand the House majority. There are four key factors. First is our message. Our members have a great message to talk about. We have cut the budget by $2 billion. We have substantially reduced the size of state government. But while doing that, we have invested in the future, and most important, jobs. We have adopted a whole series of targeted tax credits. We have added $100 million to the Venture Capital Authority. We passed a very strong deregulation bill to make it easier for businesses to do business in Ohio. That passed through the House, and we were the primary advocates for the Third Frontier, which was and is the best job creation initiative that Ohio has. We are very proud of our accomplishments in the past year and a half, focused on job creation and more job creation. And that message is what will carry us to victory in November. In addition, we have a very strong slate of candidates. I think the strongest that we've ever had, and especially strong candidates in key districts. And we'll talk more about some of our candidates in a moment. We have a very strong ground game. House races are local, and we are implementing a door-to-door campaign that is second to none, I believe second to none in the country. Our candidates are out every day knocking on doors, meeting with voters, talking to voters, doing town halls, and listening to what voters have to say and responding to their concerns. And fourth, we have a significant financial advantage for the first time in a very, very long time. And that financial advantage gives us the ability to supplement the personal message that our candidates are giving as they go door to door. That allows us to extend our reach and will be a major contributor to our victory in November. Now, in terms of our message, as I said, at the local level, Ohioans understand that we have fought for them and we've put their interests first, and that is the message we are communicating. As our candidates knock on doors all over the state, we're hearing over and over again that people want common sense solutions. They don't want extreme ideology. They recognize that House Democrats have made tough choices and have worked to combat the effects of the national recession. We hear people are concerned about protecting their local schools and their libraries and their local services. Ohioans want practical leaders who are willing to work together to make responsible decisions about our future. They don't want ideologues, and they recognize that the Republican proposals that have been promoted over on the Republican side of the House, proposals like eliminating 40% of the state's revenues, would have disastrous consequences at the local level. They would result in closing parks, state parks. It would result in skyrocketing college tuitions. They'd result in eliminating absolutely necessary mental health services. They would result in slashing support for hospitals. They would result in closing or substantially curtailing library services, and the list goes on. Over the last 18 months, voters have recognized that House Republicans have not been willing to come together with Democrats and help us solve the challenges that we as a state are facing, even though we've reached out over and over and over again. Unfortunately, the House Republican has put their political priorities ahead of everyday Ohioans, and we believe that they'll pay a price for those actions in November. Let me talk about our candidates. We have an outstanding slate of candidates, and I'll start by especially noting several open seats and in areas that were challenging vulnerable incumbent Republican House members. There are 4 open House seats that are being vacated by Republicans. And in 3 of those seats, a majority of voters elected the Democratic president in the last election. And in those seats, we have great candidates. And let me talk about those. First, in House District 17, we have an extraordinarily strong candidate. Kelly Kay Perk is an attorney. She's well known in her district. She's the daughter-in-law of former Republican Mayor of Cleveland, Ralph Perk. She's the wife of former Republican Judge Ralph Perk. Not only does the Perk name have strong ID, it has cross-party appeal. And Kelly will be more than willing and able to work across party lines to get the job done. In House District 21 in suburban Columbus, we have businessman David Robinson, who's here at the table with us today. David is the vice president of a mid-sized manufacturing company, which gives him great insights on how we can grow and improve our local economy. He's an experienced campaigner. He ran for Congress in 2008, and he knows what it takes to campaign across the district. David is one of our hardest working candidates. He regularly sets the record for the most doors knocked in a week. It's worth noting that President Obama won this district by almost 20 points. Carl Fisher is our candidate in House District 36 outside of Dayton. And while this is a tough district in general, I will tell you that there are Fishers all over the place in that district. He has 11 brothers and sisters, all very active in the community. Carl's brother is the mayor of Huber Heights, which is the largest city in the district. Carl served on the school board for over 20 years. He's well known, he's well liked across the district, and he's running against the GOP's second choice candidate. You may recall that the Republicans' first choice got into a bar fight right before the primary and was knocked out of contention at that time. Ben Nutter is a model candidate in House District 81. That's the seat being vacated by State Representative Jeff Wagner. President Obama won that district by 2 points. Ben Nutter is a fireman, and he's also a Seneca County Commissioner. He's well known as a conservative, business-friendly Democrat. He has cut the county budget, he's cut his own pay, and those are important factors when he goes out and meets with the voters. He and his young family are very popular throughout the district. These candidates are why we will not only keep a Democratic majority in the House, but given the competitive open GOP seats, we expect to expand the majority as well.